Area people. I sat down with the founder of Specialized Bikes, Mike Sinyard. He and his son have ADHD. Neither took medication, and he believes there could be another option.
This is an old British bike, a Holdsworth. I rode all the way through Europe when I started the company for 3 months.
Walk into the Morgan Hill headquarters of Specialized Bikes, and you'll take a little trip back in time.
But really where the company started was, I lived in a little trailer park on 1st Street in San Jose. So that's where the company started.
He's come a long way since 1974.
In 1981, we came out with the first mountain bike that you could buy at the bike stores.
And with 1,600 employees worldwide, this is a company now recognized as the dominant brand in the industry.
The year that it really took off is when I started to sell the bike tires.
But for Mike Sinyard, it's never been just about business. What has led to your success?
Well, I think our success, first of all, I've been very lucky. I've attracted other people to the company that share the same belief that cycling changes lives.
Now, more than 40 years after this company started, Sinyard has focused himself on something else, a foundation that was inspired several years ago by an article he read.
I saw this article by a doctor at Harvard Medical, and he showed this young kid writing, and this kid said, "Writing is my Ritalin." This doctor said, hey, when this kid and some other kids were writing, they didn't need their Ritalin. And I thought, oh my God, that's me. That's my son. That's got to be a lot of other people.
Ritalin is a common treatment for ADHD, or attention deficit hyperactivity disorder. Sinyard says he's been fighting the impacts of ADHD his whole life.
The thing that was really hard for me in school was to be able to focus, to feel calm enough to really sit down and read something all the way through.
He ended up dropping out of high school, and although he eventually went back and finished, it was an uphill battle. Did you ever get an official, like, okay?
No, I'm not official.
You're still waiting?
I'm still waiting. I never was diagnosed. My son was.
How early did you spot it?
Gee, I could spot it even when he was like probably 7 years old, 8 years old. And then it got more, and then it just grew. And I noticed when we would go riding, it would really help him. But I never really put it together.
It's a hard decision for a lot of parents to make, to put their children on medication.
It is a hard decision. And so my personal belief is that we are over-medicating our children.
Do you believe no one needs medication, or just fewer kids need medication?
I think probably fewer kids, and maybe there's a combination.
Which brings us back to Sinyard's response to this article. He was so compelled by it, he reached out to researchers to say, why aren't you looking into this further? And the answer was pretty simple.
And he said, well, there's no drug companies to support the study. So I said, well, what would it take? So we started off and did the study and sponsored the study with Harvard Medical, and 3.5 years ago, we transferred over, and now at Stanford.
That work continues today in this lab at Stanford University. Study participants ride these bikes while doctors collect data on how their brains are responding.
We imagine we will be data collecting for this particular study for the next 6 months.
But Sinyard's commitment to finding answers has also gone beyond the lab and into schools for the program called Riding for Focus. Shibuya Middle School got these bikes 2 years ago, and educators say they are getting good feedback.
Yes, we are, and we're seeing the impact.
For Sinyard, this is just the beginning.
It's not about Specialized. It's bigger than our company, our little brand. It's really about the future of the kids.
And so he continues this ride, waiting, he says, for science to back up what he has always believed, that getting on a bicycle can, in fact, change your life.
Does riding still give you the same feeling it gave you
Oh, yeah.
60 years ago?
Maybe more. Maybe more.
So after